What's up guys, Aaron Productions here, and today we are going to be starting a new series, and this is going to be a series where I take apart alarms. I haven't decided on the name yet, so if you guys have an idea for a name, put it down in the comments, and if I like it, I'll give you a shout out in the next video. It has to be relevant, obviously. So, for the two alarms that I have today, it'll usually be one alarm, but these are so similar, I've always wanted to look inside of them. We'll take a look inside the P2R. So we need to take the back plate off of this alarm first. There you go. Right, if we look inside here, obviously you can see all of our stuff in here. I've never noticed what these contacts are for up here. I know these are for the mounting plate. I've never looked at the other stuff. Audio selection, candela selection. This is the P2R model. Now these shots are really close up. I don't have that much clearance, so I'm sorry if things get a little too close and you can't really see stuff that good. Now I have opened this up. You can see I broke a clip on here. No big deal though. It obviously wouldn't harm the alarm at all. All you have to do is stick a screwdriver inside. So here we have the inside of the P2R series. So, as you can see here, this is just a plastic shell that encloses it. Clear plastic in the front, along with the candela window, and the horn grill right there, just covered up with plastic. Now, the way this, as you can see, you can't see through it like this. Or at least you shouldn't be able to see my finger. But this way, you could see, is because there's actually two different pieces. There's little bars going in the front, and there's bars going in the back. Now these are actually on opposite little sections, so that if you threw something at here, it's not just going to fly right into the horn cavity or dust or whatever. So get rid of this. Now here is the total horn strobe cavity and circuitry of it. So if you guys want to look closer, you can pause the video and screenshot or whatever. But as you can see here, this is what you see through the candela window. 15, 15, 75, 30, 75, 95, 110, 115. It goes backwards from what's on the back. Now for the strobe, we have a xenon strobe, as you all know. And then there's our tube with our high voltage wires coming in here, wrapping around the strobe. We'll take a look at the circuitry in a second, but first we need to pop off this lens Flexure. This is the lens that allows you to have it going 360, so this is UL listed for ceiling and wall mount use. If you take a look at the ceiling mount version, it has the exact same reflectors in it. That's what makes it able to be wall or ceiling mount. Just pulls right off like that. There's a little seat here. I'm not going to pull this off. It's a little tougher to get off. So let's look at some of the components here. So here we have a capacitor. This is definitely the flash capacitor. So this is a Rubicon, which is a pretty good flash capacitor, 330 volts. So we could just plop that back in there. This is another part of the flash circuitry here. And here's our piezo horn. And it just looks like a little speaker. I don't think I'll pop that off. For the rest of the circuitry, there's transistors, resistors, and a bunch of other stuff that's necessary for creating tones and powering the strobe and controlling flash rate and stuff like that. Now if we move this to the side and we pull in my P2W, which first of all has a totally different mounting plate. These, well, they're universal to the bigger series, not the single gangs, so I kind of don't like that, but it's whatever. They could have just put the small mounting plate on here, you know what I'm saying? So basically, same mounting, has 4 clips on it, just like the P2s or the advanced series, because I guess these aren't advances, even though it's pretty much the same alarm, just with, well, first of all, this obviously can't be used as a ceiling mount because it's not 360. Now let's take a look at it. Well, actually, first of all, I should have talked about this before, but Candela Select, Audio Select, same thing on here, except instead of the pins that connect to the back plate, we actually have little push, they like push on the back here. I'm not exactly sure what you would refer to them as. Obviously, this also has more tones on it. But Candela slider, same thing. This one's actually a little, well, first off, it's not as thick. This one's pretty, well, you probably can't see it on camera, but this one's way thinner than the other one. And also the strobe housing can't pop off without taking out the strobe, which is a little pain for me making this video. But Candela slider, this one's a little different, being at the bottom, but same thing here. Instead of the Candela's difference too. So instead of 15, 15, 75, 30, 75, 95, 110, 115, which first of all, I don't think we can even do 15, 75 with this type of strobe, or it might be possible. But so 15, instead of 1575, we just jump up to 30, 75, 95, 110, 135, and 185. So this one obviously goes up a lot higher. So I'm interested to see what kind of capacitor we have in here, which is probably stuck under here, which it is. But this capacitor is actually way smaller than the other one. So if you look here, that's a regular capacitor for the P2R. And then this is the little capacitor here for the new strobe, which is actually a smaller capacitor, which is interesting. So horn looks identical. Might be slight changes in it. Has the same two pins on each side as well. And then on the board, capacitors, everything for the tones and the strobe. So now it's time to put these alarms back together. There's the alarms put back together. If you guys like this series, make sure to like this video. I hope to have more of these videos in the future. Obviously, guys liked it because I put a poll up on Instagram and it had some good feedback, so that's why I started this series. So that's going to conclude this video. Thanks for watching. Peace out.